Good morning. Good morning. Um, how's everybody doing? Can you hear me? Audio check. Okay, perfect. All right, we got 7 minutes to the cash market open. Good morning, Brian, Lar, Safe. Everybody else is coming in here soon. And let's get this party started, right? So we're going to start with ES. Before we go into any of that, we are going to show you a couple of things that we've done overnight on the account of not sleeping and trading at night. See here. Okay, so that's a Globex session. Ended up getting involved into this wave of shorts. Got short, covered, then got short again and covered, made a little bit of money on that rotation. Left the market alone. Market got in sync. I got short right here, covered on a scalping basis. Then I got short again and covered right here. And then the market took off, ran, did all its stuff, left it alone and went to sleep. So that is, I think, 3 decisions. And let's see what that looks like. So that's the Sunday into the Monday night, Monday morning. So we're up at 1625 to start us off. So now everybody is caught up. And let's take a look at where we at right now and go into the day. ES, we're trading around Globex and we are hitting, excuse me, hitting the transitional zone. We're coming into this declining resistance at 39.59. And this is an area where the market can retrace and reverse below Globex, which will be significant on the short side. So now we had this blow off price action where we covered that gap from the 10th. And it's up to the market to see if they can come back down and retest it. And we already got there once overnight, that 3,900. And it will be critical if we trade under it, because we will cover the gap. And if we continue to hold above it, then we could challenge that top end of the range and the top end of the channel. Okay, so that's that on that one. Same thing, obviously, is going to be in YM. We're above that gap on the 10th. We're very close to the declining resistance, 31,845, and Globex is 484, and we need to see, as long as we trade above it, the longs can take control. And today, like today, we really need to be keen to watching the 200 and the 100 NT wrinkle and making sure that we're not like we're trading within them. Crude oil, look at that. They're bouncing this thing up. We got Globex at 107. And trading above it can get us back to target number one, which is 110.33. And absolutely, we need to protect the 101.30. That is the channel number two, and that line needs to be protected. That structure needs to be protected in order for the bullish sentiment within crude to continue. All right, now let's take a look at gold. And that is ultimately a meat grinder. And we've been, watching it and talking about it for some time. But, we got ourselves a meat grinder. Price is not really going anywhere, but there's a lot of overhead distribution in this price action. Every time we get into any of these levels, the price pulls back into target number two and retest. We are at 1829, and we need to see the price come back down. Let me actually just improve that look. There you go. All right, cool. Hey, good morning, Gary. All right, so that's the channel, and we need to kind of protect it. And again, every time we get to that area, transitional zone area, we hit target number two. Ultimately, if we break this structure, 1765 is the next target. Yeah. So if we look at the 200 and the 100 NT Rinko right now in NQ, we are disconnected. We're out of harmony. The 200 is short in the market, and the 100 NT Rinko is showing a bit of a bid. The cloud that we are in right now is an upward cloud on the 20 NT Rinko, and we're going to be seeing a bit of that back and forth buy interest. Good morning, Yanis. How are you, sir? Brian, good morning. Gary, good morning. Laura, good morning. Safe, good morning. So we're getting a bit of a bid here. Ultimately, if we break above 235, that would get the market in sync on the long side. Right now, we're getting a two-sided market and disconnected market, which is indicative of a consolidation. The first 15 minutes to a half an hour of this morning, we are going to be patient. We are going to wait. We are going to look at the price, read it and understand it, and see how the participants are behaving in these very tight ranges. So there's no sense in trying to be hyperactive in an environment like this right now. Now, let me tell you when I will get active is if we break 162, 162.75, that will put us into a position where the 200 and the 100 are in sync. And we still are within that first initial reversal candle. So that will give me potential from 61 to 35, 35.30. So I need to be conscious of that. And here comes the market right now. And any shorts I'm going to take, yeah, here we go. I'm going to, okay, here we go. I mean, let's just add to it here. Come on, baby. We're going to break Globex, by the way, just to let you know. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Make me money. Okay, that's fine. I know you're going to do that. So they're trying to protect Globex. Target number two got hit. I want to see if we can get to target number three. We said 35.30, which is target number 3. And be honest with you, if we get there, we're gonna flush in a very decent way. Yeah, look at that. That's okay. I'm trying to work a bigger move, but I just need to be conscious of the market here. Here we go. All right. I know what you want to do. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go. Nope, that's fine. I wanted to add to it, but it is time for you to flush. And that's how that's done. That's a good one to start the day. That's a good one to start the day. Not many contracts either. So we made $536 on that trade. We should see a bit of momentum coming in here, but that's the trade we just took with one contract. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I mean, I felt like it's gonna go, but that's fine. I took it in and around that target. Yeah, over time, that's the better approach. Good Lord, look at this thing. Sell off. Yeah, so I went in right when the market shifted, right? I got in sync. And I knew it's an extended behavior, but typically in the morning, you'll see the market just kind of continue to push in whatever direction it's on. Like right here, I needed to add right here. And that's something that I kind of should have just got a little bit more aggressive with it. And boom. Target number 4 is 11,908. We made 10, 20, 25 points off of that trade, basically. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Man, look at this bad boy. Target number 4 is about to be hit at 12,080. Target number 5 would be target number 5. Yeah. Target number 4 is 1278. Target number 5 is 12,042. All right, so that's BTC. And we're in a wave short all the way down to that whole number 21,000. And Ethereum is also into that, and they just established a new transitional zone, and we're about to go down below their Globex. So that's what's going on in that department. So we're continuing to see a bit of a bleeding right now in this market. Signals are all on the short side. We are uh, in and around Globex, and we know from past experiences that the market tend to be very consolidated around those areas. So Target number 2 is coming up here. Good morning, Mark. How are you? Target number 2 is hit, and we're coming into that 50 zone. So this zone between the 23 and the 50 is a critical level for the market to kind of, for the longs to start putting on a bid. I'm not going to get ahead of it or anything like that. I'm just simply going to be watching this. We put on the first trade, and we got short right here covered at Globax. And market really made a move. Okay. Target number 3 in the sequence is 12,033. Market is short across the board. Let's see what the other instruments are doing very quickly. A little bit of selling pressure coming in crude, but ultimately that 101 is critical for that channel to hold up. Same thing in gold. Nothing really big is changing yet. It's too early, and it's Monday. Well, everything is telling us short, right? 200 is in sync with the 100, and we're getting rotations on the 20 NT Rinko with a transitional zone that continues to disconnect and reconnect. Once the market reconnects, you're getting, very beautiful rotations, right? So that's the direction. There's nothing else to do but to follow what the system is telling us to follow. Here you go, Gary. Good job, buddy. So 1,700 bucks for the day. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Keep building that account. You're doing very good with it. So you built up about 10 grand in that account on Apex. That's good stuff. Right. So we're if we break above the 64, then the market is going to be out of sync. And this is that price level that between the 23 to this 85 that we talked about. And the market is showing a bid here. So that's the buyers are trying, and we're going to watch and see how well they do. Ultimately, for the longs, I need to see a push all the way back up to 110. We see that, then we'll start playing that game. Here you go. The market is disconnected. ES is pushing at the top end of the cloud. A little bit of a bid coming in. So couple of scenarios. Scenario number one, price goes back to 25. Then that's a continuation of the short interest. Market goes up to 80 or 100, but gives you a one candle reversal similar to the one we had earlier. Then that would be a continuation short. You break anything above 110, then the market is buy on pullbacks. Those are the three scenarios. and we will take a look and wait and see which one we're going to experience here. Yeah, we're getting 9 o'clock right now. And we're getting a little bit of price action. Let's look at the news cycle. All right, 880. Yeah, pending home sales. That's the number that the market is thinking about here. Yeah, it's pending home sales. Yeah, so we're getting, you see this kind of behavior right here. It's back and forth. The market is out of sync. We're gonna just kind of give the market a little bit of time and see what this is all about. I need the market to be in sync before I jump in, especially on the day where we are trading in and around Globex. All right, that 110 thing. Let's see. Here you go. Boom. It's coming up. I may get aggressive, but in a range. All right, so that candle closed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start taking the first pullback, but I'm gonna be, it's gonna be a range trade. Ultimately, I want to see this 220 NT Rinko disconnect, the transitional zone disconnect and reconnect. We're coming up on Globex. Come on, baby, let's go. Target number 3 is hit on that, so I definitely need to be patient and wait. The target is going to be 40. So we need a pullback to where we can make 40. Mhm. All right, so right here, we needed that candle, that flip to hold in order for that swing trade to go above 40 and above Globex. And they were kind enough to kind of reverse it all the way back down. So this is a swing trade. I have to trade in a range, and this is like literally right under that 22 is my stop, that into that 13, which tells me that the market is it trapped all these people in that rotation. So typically, I will just go for a resumption of the transitional zone unless I'm swing trading intraday, which means that I'm going to be accumulating in uh, right after the up candle. And typically it doesn't dip that much. You may get 65 out of it and bounce back into 45. So all these accumulations, it's designed for that bounce right off that level or close to the 32 and then a run up. And the market is closed that candle so that now the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side on the middle of the range, and that's an area where a lot of bids can start coming in. So ultimately it was ugly, and ultimately we actually made a little bit of money, but that's not what I kind of needed to see happen. And I had my stop, and the stop was gonna be 13, and if it hit it, then I would have taken that stop and moved on. So in this rotation, it's showing me a 10,000 drawdown. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of in alignment of a swing trade that is drawing down. It's about 5 to 10 on size, that is. I mean, if I'm doing 1, 2, 3 contracts, it wouldn't be as much. So that's that. And let's just keep working. So the market right now is in sync on the short side. 200 and the 100 are in sync. And I'm going to look for rallies as a shorting opportunity, but I'm going to be kind of careful here because 75 needs to hold. And we need potentially we could just need a one candle reversal. I'm going to start trading kind of 5 contracts here. All right, I'm going to go break even on the rest and let it fly either way. If it's going to go up and stop me, I already made my money. And I'm going to look for target number 3 of this sequence, if they're so kind to give it to me. Yeah, we'll probably get the 21 off of this deal here on a flush. So that's an inception trade, and also here you go. It's probably gonna come stop me out, but I have no risk on that trade. I mean, I have no risk. 74. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave. Actually, 74 is really a legitimate stop because that would make it a captain setup long at 75. And we already made, let me see here, we made a little bit of money. We made 900 bucks on that trade. So that $900 is, let me see here, on one contract. I'll give it that. I'll give it 75. So we made about 900. So pretty much I'm giving it, let me see, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, about the amount of money that I made. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna give it the maximum potential for it working out, and working out would be looking like a break toward the 12,000 into target number 3. And if we break into 21, I'll go back to break even at that point. So we made a little bit more money, and we still have that one contract, and we'll see. If it comes up to 75, let it come up to 75 and stop me out. I'm just going to give it the maximum potential of scenarios that it can work for me. And ultimately, I want to see that 20 come in, and I want to see the 7 come in. Then I want to see below 12,000 and into 950. Yeah, they're picking up a bid here. I mean, they switched the cloud. I didn't want to see that. I'm gonna reduce the stop right here. So if it comes back up there, I'll take it and just move on. Okay, that's fine. So that whole sequence, we were up 1,000. We gave up some money back. So we're up 384 on that trade. Let's just keep working. So they're putting a captain setup long here, and the 200 NT Rinko is off. So the market is disconnected. Now, I would like to see a confirmation out of the 100 NT Rinko. I want to see a push into the 85. Ultimately, if they go up back up to that 112, we are going to be seeing a captain set up long on the 200, and I am going to get aggressive on the long side. Yeah, that behavior right here is a solid behavior. I mean, they're trying to put a stop to that uh, downward drift into the 26. So 26 is a solid support, but ultimately you got to see that 111 show up again. And if we close this candle higher on the 100 NT Rinko, 75, that would be 87, 87, 89. We should see more momentum up to that 111. So we're getting a bit of a confirmation right here that the market is stabilizing and you have a higher low, a captain set up long, and a push into those prices. So ultimately, what will make me act is a break above 111, and that will constitute a signal to go long on the 200 NT Rinko, and we'll start playing that game. But right now, I want to give this market a little bit of time. I mean, you see how they're doing. I mean, they give that impression of desperation, and then rally, flush it one more time, and now they're bouncing it right back up. I mean, like that entry, my average was 56. This market went to 90. It gave me 40 points on 15 contracts. So you gotta understand the ranges when you swing trade and and have the capacity to withstand it. Now, the straightforward trades are those transitional zone trades. Everything is in sync, and you're taking the transitional zone. That's basically what we are gonna be playing. Here we go. That's this one and that one. Okay. ES is consolidating. You're looking for a transitional zone. We will take a transitional zone and see if we can break up to 3908, 3910, and that will set the stage for a push toward Globex. We're looking at NQ as 111. That will trigger us to start going long. Let's take a look at the rest of these things. Globex back, I mean, gold back to the 1826. So there's pressure there. And you got yourself a doji right now, and the market is in the middle of the range and pausing in YM. Hey, good morning, Ron. How are you? Good morning, Omer. I mean, if they close this candle higher, I'll jump in, and I will be early in that one. Oh, come on, you don't want to give it to me? No, well, now they do. 70. 80, 70, 60. Yeah, they're brutal today. They are brutal. I'm going to take that stop, move on. All right, let's just wait for the market to get up to 112 or 111, then we'll act. Trying to get a little bit early on in the market is not, it's not working here, or meaning that the market is just simply not ready. Um, but that's not a bad entry point though at 80, because that you got a switch trade right there, and the market typically reacts well to that. So what are we waiting on? The market got to do a couple of things. If we close at 50, the market is going to be in sync on the short side, and we could see how the shorts line up on the 20. If we break 111, that would be captain set up long on the 200 into wrinkle, and I will get aggressive on the long side at that point. Anything in between, I'm going to leave this market alone. How our day looks like is this. We had a series of winners. We took a heat, a little bit of heat on that one. We made money on this. We just gave up a little bit of money on that other one. So we're pretty much up for the day. But we need to be careful with the risk right now. Yeah. I'd like to get back in, be honest with you, on the long side. I'm going to do it. I'll take it right here, and I'm going to wait for the 111 to show up, and I'll add to it. You're getting a captain set up long on the 50 NT Renko too. So that's what's getting me to come in a little bit aggressive. So here comes. Safe. All right. Okay. I took two just to kind of help with the profit profile, and I'm gonna see if I can and push up to that 111. And if we get there, I'm gonna look for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. You're getting ES, produce a captain setup and a new transitional zone, and a push to glowbacks. So they may pause it in and around that whole number, and it would be wise for me to take a little bit more profit and just leave one contract in. So this way, just in case the market pulls back, I'm not gonna be, the trade's still working basically. So that entry and a stop would have paid money big time, but I just don't like, I don't like the fact to be against the 200 and 100. I know I'm a little bit early, so I have to be a little bit more tight with my stops if I'm early. So I can be early with one when I'm already made money on a trade, versus early and I'm behind. That 110, if we can get that 110, that would be beautiful. Where's my stop for this rotation is 118, actually. That's a little bit too aggressive though. Yeah, 125. Good morning, Mike. How are you? So that 110 is so critical, guys. I'm telling you, if we get to that 110, life is good. We got captain set up switch trade on the 50 NT Renko. So this market is just going to push. It's almost there. You could smell it. Uh, let me see here. 83, 83. Yeah, no. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Let's go. That's going to be a big deal here if we get up there. I don't necessarily want to see a captain setup here short on the 20 NT wrinkle, be honest with you. I mean, if it does that, I may have to kind of bolt out and look for a pullback. But if they push it higher to that 110, then I will take that back. Okay, that's good. All right, we'll put it right here. Let's see if I can get to that 110. We need to. If we get there, then we're very well set up to get to that Globex. If we get into this captain setup long, we're gonna hit Globex, and I'm gonna start like getting in and just adding to this trade. This trade's already paid for itself, but we're looking for something bigger. Now you're getting a captain set up on the 100, captain set up on the 200. You got a captain set up switch trade on the 50 NT Rinko. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna start buying here. Screw this. Here we go. Come on, baby, let's go. Give me some. That's a little bit. It's a little bit on the aggressive side, but it's trade is paid for. Target is, I mean, they're ridiculous to be honest with you. There you go. 12.37, which is Globex. And if we get there, we're gonna push higher to the 50. I'm looking for a retracement to buy more. $114. Yeah, here it comes. All right, that's good. That's good. Get there. Come on, get there. They don't want to give it to me. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. 80. So in the burst into Globex, I, we're gonna get into a situation where they're flush Globex. They're just gonna take out all the stops above it, and they run into the 50. So from that 111, you're looking at 37. You're looking at 60, 65. That's what you're going to be looking for here. Yeah, they're trying to fade it, and maybe that's a good thing to see them fading it here. I mean, if they give me 117, I'll jump. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can get a retracement. Maybe we'll get a disconnect of this transitional zone and a reconnect and a run up. There you go. Okay. I'll take it here. I'll take it right here. Take it into that one. Well, 07, 97 at a minimum. And we want to see that 30 burst into 37, into that 52, into the 65. That's what we want to see. Gonna add to it right here. Let's see if we can get that burst. Yeah, we should see a push here. Thank you. Come on, baby. Let's push, 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 push. Don't fizzle out. Yeah, they're fizzling out. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We made a little bit of money. Let's see if I can get another one. I need that 37. So I took two, left that original one at a higher cost basis, but still working. So we got long and long and sold them right here. We need that 37 to really kind of come in for us. We are in and around Globex, and in and around Globex is always finicky like this. But here we go. Boom. Now it's gonna go, which is good. I'm still a player. Here comes, and let's see that expansion here. 37. There you go. So in this momentum, I want to get out. So I'm gonna cancel these orders, put it here. in that run up in Globex, above Globex, they're going to be taking a lot of people out here, and I want to sell into that. I'll take it. Not a bad trade at all, huh? Not a bad trade. So what's the future of this trade? The future of this trade is to get to that 65, but I feel like in and around this Globex, if you're not seeing very quick momentum where the market will just burst up and start covering that territory into target number 5 very quickly, then you're going to get this type of behavior where it's going to stop and pause and pull back. And in that environment, I'm better off just taking my profit and just wait for a deeper pullback here and then reestablish myself on the long side. So this is how that day looks like, and it didn't happen without a bit of heat, especially on that one right here. And ultimately that trade had a cost basis of 1259 and we're at 100 points higher. So we're doing the right thing in it. It just, we took it, the way the market did it, it was a bit rough on a swing trade basis. Then we took that stop right there because we were early and the market was not responding. And this last rotation, we made 2100. So we're back into equity high for the day. And let's just keep playing the game. But that's how these swing trades, when you're trading NQ, swing trades, or you have to factor in a range within 200 into your wrinkle and try to manage your risk within that range. Because what I'm ultimately trying to do is look at this captain setup right here. Boom, tested, ran up, tested. Look what happened afterward. We went from target number 3 to target number 5. You are looking at 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 points. If you're an option trader, if you are, you're trading Tesla, you're trading in Netflix, you're trading anything that's component of NQ, you want to have this formation and this swing trend indicator to guide you through the process of looking for a big move in the market. And ultimately I will want to scalp the market to build up the day and build up the week. Then I want to put myself in a position where I build up 10, 15, 20 contracts and look for continuation of the signal. So if that's the signal of a captain, I want to see 10 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row. Each candle is worth about 28 points. Let's call it 25. So you're looking at 100 points. But that's what I want to do constantly, is to put myself in that position. Build up the day with scalping. Scalping is going to look uh, as a in the form of a transitional zone, and then it's time to go. It's time to get into a trade, hold on to it, and look for 50, 75, 100. So that trade that I took, I mean, I started at 85 and sold the last one at 45. At 60 points. And see that decision right here is the good decision. So what would made me make it is what I expected to happen here. Whenever you are doing this and running into Globex after you made a decent push of 50, 60 points, if you don't see immediate momentum that literally burst the price higher and very quickly, that tells you that the market is about to pause. So if it's about to pause, it's about to reverse in this spot. So I have no need. I mean, I could sit through it because I have such a good cost basis. But the better idea for me was just to take out the profit and just wait for the pullback. So it worked out. So how's everybody doing so far? Brian, how are we doing, sir? So Brian, for our meeting, I was thinking late today, 7 o'clock my time central, which will be probably your time tomorrow in the morning, if that works for you. Let me know. Gary, Sheila, how are we doing? Yanis, any trades? Mark and Mike and Ron, how are we doing? Safe, Omer, how we're doing with that Apex small win? That's good. Brian, yes, would be fine. Thanks. Okay. So 7 o'clock today, my time. We are on. Okay, perfect. Tiny shorts, made money, I take it. How is Mike doing? And Mark and Ron? Break even today so far. Good, good, good. So they're pausing this. They're backing and filling. They put a cap and set up long, failed it with a switch trade right here. That's just a behavior that is negative. It's a fade against that Globex. They're pulling it back a little bit. I'm not going to go short into this. I will just simply look for the market to reassert itself on the long side and give me a transitional zone long. If they do that, great. If they happen to break the 100, which is very possible here, the market will be disconnected. So then I will look for a deeper pullback and then a reversal to get back in long. As long as we do not break 63. So if 63, if we get to 76, for example, and then reverse, then that's a good reason for me to start getting back into the long side. Okay. Uh, but if we hit 63, then that changes the picture. And basically, these are the three scenarios that I'm looking at right now. Well, well, well. I feel like a superhero getting out up here at 144. Here we go again. They're putting on a captain setup. I'm gonna that's one contract here. And I want to see a push higher to that 115. And ultimately I want to see a run up to 124. If we get to 124, I'll start adding to it. I know I'm early here, but 125 actually. So I'm responding to the captain setup they put on the 50 NT wrinkle. It's gonna be, and it's gonna be more of a scalp than anything else at this point. Ah, I'll take it right here. And I will wait till the market gets to 25, and that will be a market in sync. And then I will get a little bit more aggressive with that. See, you have swing trades when the conditions are ripe. You have scalp trades uh, when the environment is ripe. So it's just both make money. It's just when the environment changes, we gotta adjust to it. What will get me to be re-engaged on the long side is that 25. Why the 25? Because that means that the 100 NT Rinko closed higher. Why is that important? Because that means the 200 and the 100 are facing the same direction and the market is in sync. That will define the environment for me as long. And then I need to look for a behavior on the 20 NT Rinko. Then from a behavior to an actual signal, and we'll take that direction and go. Well, guess what? Now, if we run up to 112 again, there'll be a captain setup switch trade on the 100, on the 50 NT Rinko. I'm going to get a bit aggressive and start going long. It's 12 and a half. So 12 and a half. Wow. Here we go. You got to get to the 12 and a half though. I'm not playing. 1275 actually to be exact. 1275. Here we go. So I'm gonna post that order. If we get there, then that's good. And we can play that game. Uh, they're playing around the whole number 100. Here we go. Let's see if we can make this happen here. Okay. That stop is 85, 83, 85. Okay. Let's go. We need to push into the 20. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. We should hit 40. Like really, well, I mean, that means I have to sit through a bunch of stuff here, but where is that? 86. Yeah, they're pausing it here. Okay, and let's see if how that pullback will be handled. Now we made enough money to where we could sit through this trade. All right, baby, make me some money. Make me some money. That's all I gotta say. Make me some money. I mean, at this point, I need to go break even, but so again, in that run up into the 40, 45, 50, I want to hold. I'd like to hold the line, man. I really would like to see me holding to that 60, 60 and change. And I think if we do there, we're going to get an 80. So now they're playing around with glowbacks. So I think it's worth it for me to give up all this money and go to break even and for the potential of hitting 80 on a swing basis. This market is perfect for that type of trade. Yeah, these captains set up switch trades on the 50 NT Rinko today. They're been just solid money. I mean, Omer, this is like your kind of trading right here, buddy. There we go. Keep on going. I mean, there's a lot of stops up there. I mean, they should need to start chewing through them and just keep picking up that steam and momentum into target number 3, which is 147. And then we can experience a bit more momentum toward that 60 area that I like to see us get there. You took 5,000? Are you serious? What? Oh, do share. On Apex or no? So you took it in Apex, right? Okay. That's what matters. All right. Good, good, good. Yeah, it was just it's too good, man. That was just too good. I know it was just a lot of things going on. A lot of good stuff that was going on with this trade. Yeah, they need to pick up steam. I mean, they're doing about the same behavior that got us out last time. But I think this time I feel like it's worth it just to kind of wait through it. I may be wrong, but whatever. This trade is already paid for. Um, I mean, we're in very close to target number 3. They're playing it around glowbacks. They're trying to fade it and they're picking it up. You got in with 10 contracts? Good for you. Good for you. That's a good trade, man. Good job, man. Good, good. Precision is a decision, right? Yeah. So a shallow break here, meaning a shallow retracement and then a reversal can trap people into that run up that we're talking about. Otherwise, they're gonna come in there and take me out for break even plus. I mean, I just have to accept that if I'm gonna sit through a bigger trade. And I recognize that's kind of along the way of what we got out. We got out exactly right there before that rotation showed up, and they faded it in and around about the same time or the same place. Excuse me. So I do have to accept the market coming down all the way down here. Really. All right. Here we go. I'm still gonna stay break even. I just added to it right here at the retest, and I'm looking for a candle that closes at 32, and then that will set me up for another run up at Globex. And if it doesn't do that here, then the odds are they're gonna just come back and stop me for break even plus a point and a quarter on 2 contracts. And then it is what it is. We made money. We made a little bit of money. I mean, yeah, basically we made money and more money. We just want to make bigger money. Yeah, they're not too kind today. Oh, you bastards. They're gonna come and get me. I know it. Ooh, doctor. Here we go. Nope. Close at that 24. Yeah, I want to see us go to that 33. By the way, I'm gonna get out of that one here and just keep that one lower. So this way I can, make more money and add to my cushion. Because the market is it's just bound, it's bouncy around here. Oh yeah, come on. That's not nice. A switch trade right here would be great. No switch trade, and we're gonna get stopped at for break even and plus 1.25. All right. Well, it is what it is, right? We made a little bit of money. Man, I thought I made a whole lot more because I was up 1,000 on that last one. But that's what I have to do in order for me to sit through a bigger trades. I mean, it's just I'm turning a scalp into a swing trade, which require me going in there, making some money, going to break even and letting one contract or two become an outlier event where the market just continues to just go and go and go. And if it comes back and it hits me for flat, then that's the risk I have to take in order to stick around. But you're not losing money. You're just making money, making a bit of money and more money, and looking for the bigger swing with break even. But anyway, that's how that's looking like. Let's just keep working. Just remember, you have a captain set up long here on the 200, a captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko. The market is in sync on the long side, and you have two captain setup switch trades on the 50 NT Rinko, and they were nothing but beautiful. Be honest with you, that's just beautiful stuff right here. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Those are solid signals right there. So what's next for me? I want to see a new transitional zone on the upside. That's what I want to see. That will trigger me to start going long again. If the market closes below the 100, which is it's about to, that will disconnect the market from being in harmony between the 200 and the 100. So that puts me on a holding pattern, and that puts me in a place where I need to look for a run up back up to that 40 before I start getting involved in the longs again. So here we go. So that happened. So three scenarios again. Scenario number one, market goes to 38, pullbacks are buyable. Scenario number two, market sells off to the 80, 70, and then reverses back up. That will be a continuation trade on the long side. Scenario number three, market goes all the way, breaks below 61.75. Market does that, then we're in sync on the short side, and we're threatening the health of all these captain setups that we're talking about. And then I have to be, I may start going short. I would go short, but it has to be on the transitional zone. It wouldn't be a swing trade at all. It will be a scalp, and it will be on the transitional zone, and it's going to have a 10 to 15 point stops and no more. So these are the three scenarios, and this is what I'm going to be doing about them if they materialize. Thank you. I took it out right here. And I'm looking for pullbacks as an additional buying opportunity right here. So they're going to look to fade this area because that's what they do in and around here. But you could see that they're making bigger attempts at these levels and they're holding a little bit more. So that's fine. But, I recognize what they're doing here. Just what I would want to do is maybe a disconnect of this transitional zone and then reconnect, and I'll play that game again. So not bad for two contracts, actually. We made 472. We're up at 51.42 so far. Just keep playing. All right. See? Okay. They're playing. They keep playing here. Now we're starting to spend too much time in and around Globex, and I don't necessarily like that. To be honest with you, just ultimately the destiny of this rotation is the 60s, 65. But it makes it a little bit tricky whenever you are in trading in and around Globex because you see these type of behaviors, flushes, fake run-ups that doesn't go doesn't go anywhere. Hold on. I mean, if this thing closes at 35, I may jump in. That would be a captain setup long. So in this range, I need to under trade it. There's a lot of traps that are, the market kind of puts in and around Globex. But if I want to take a trade, I'd rather take it on the long side than the short side because of the quality of the captain setup long that we're seeing on the 200 NT Rinko. And what's associated with it is the 50 NT Rinko producing captain setup switch trades, two of them, one around the 90 and one around the 70. So under trade. If I trade, I take the longs. I outweigh the longs versus the shorts, and I'm looking for an expansion into the 60s and the 80s. Ultimately, the market cannot break below, on a very aggressive basis, 60. That would be 12,065. Uh, and we're looking at the 165. So now if the market closes at 112 here, we're getting back into this out of sync behavior. And that puts me on a waiting, on a hold. So that 112 needs to hold. Like the market needs to hold that level. All right, let's take a look at some of the stuff right here. Okay, so that's basically in and around the flat area around Globex. The same thing with all the rest of the instruments. YM, same thing. Nothing changed really. Crude oil. Ooh, crude oil is perky. They're perked up. And Brian, yeah, that's yeah, we're coming up on that target at 110.33. And as long as they're holding to the 101, which is that bottom of that channel, we should see upward momentum that they could chew up into that 113 zone. So that's going to be an interesting one to pay attention to. Gold, yeah, target number 2 is hit, and we continue to come up to this transitional zone, test it, and test the middle of the range and the declining channel, and exerting a little bit of pressure. Ultimately, target number 3 is the next target after we clear the 1800. All right. How is everybody doing? And this is we're doing a roll call here, checking on everybody. Brian, any more trades? Sheila, how are we doing? Yanis, did you pick up anything else here? Safe and Omer. Good job, Omer. How we doing, Safe? Good day. Good day. All right. That's important. Being very disciplined and profitable. Yeah, you know what? That's music to my ears, right? That's the name of the game. Gotta make a plan, stick to your plan, rinse and repeat. and be absolutely confident in your plan. Hmm. So transitional zone on the short side here, and a little bit of a push, and here comes that 110. Okay, so what is that telling me? That's telling me that the market is out of sync again, and they're playing the chicken dance around Globex. That's what they're doing. Back and forth. Don't want to play that game, that's for sure. And you know, if they punch it back up to the 51, then the market is going to be in sync back up on the long side, and I can look for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. So we could safely say that the market does not have momentum around this area, but has the bias, the long bias. So we know the three scenarios. The three scenarios have not really changed much, and we're just going to be waiting for them. Mark, Mike, and Ron, how are we doing? Any questions? Since we have a little bit of a little bit of time before the morning session is over. Yeah, make sure you're taking advantage of your trial. Ask questions, and it's your trading career. Same with ES, Sheila. Absolutely, same with ES. I mean, they're not. I mean, the only thing that I could see that's just really clear is you got yourself a captain set up short here at 39.26. Market pushes lower to then 39.18, comes back a lower high, and the market is in the middle of the range. Ultimately, the key is Globex. The difference between both NQ and ES is the fact actually that ES is stronger. It is actually a stronger instrument. All right, guys. It's 11 o'clock. That's the end of the morning session here. This is how I'm ending my day. Not bad for a Monday. Uh, and ultimately, we stuck to the plan. Swing trades, we handled them as a swing trade, and as scalps, we handled them as a scalp. We took our entries correctly, added when we needed to add, sold when we needed to sell. And we're up 51.41. And that is about 83% for the day. And about even longs and shorts. Good day all around. So we're gonna call it a day here. And Brian, yeah, I guess Brian is gone, but we have a meeting with him. And everybody else, you know how to get to me if you have a questions, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day. Precision is a decision, and always trade in harmony. And we will see you tomorrow.